All right, and what is up? What is up, everyone? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to Anniversary Week. We have a special Anniversary Week of pretty much everything Nintendo Switch. Um, you're going to get Nintendo Switch stuff from the beginning all the way through, leading up until the anniversary, which is this Saturday, March 3rd. I have some special stories to share with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut the music. Um, I have some special stories to share with you guys in terms of what I was doing around that time, in terms of the Nintendo Switch, some different stuff that we're going to talk about all week, but we're going to break it down pretty much from the Genesis or the beginning and the legend. That's what the part one is titled. We're going to go over you guys' thoughts in terms of what you guys were thinking about the Switch during the Genesis of it, and of course when Legend of Zelda launched. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff, like I said, all week, right around this time. It's going to be around noon-ish my time PM PT, so East Coast 3 p.m. PT. And then on Friday we're going to have a special player since Cross Nintendo, and I'm probably going to have either Saturday or Sunday, one of those two. I'm going to have try to see if I can get some guests on to talk about things. But if I can't, that's okay. If I can't, that's okay. It'll just be me, and we'll have a good time talking about things. And then I have a special video that I'm planning to do at the end on the anniversary. So that'll be Saturday. So I'll probably have PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo on Friday, and then a special anniversary video on Saturday. But like I said, we're gonna go over the whole gambit of things here. It's going to be a lot of fun this week. Going over part 1, 2, 3. PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo would be part 5. That's gonna be on Friday, and then of course a special video. So yeah, I'm gonna go say what's up to everyone here in the chat. So let's go ahead and start off here first. Let me move my editor over here so I can see you guys' comments a little bit better. All right. So what's up to Ms. Pistol? How's it going? Mohammed, how's it going? El Chupacabra, what's up? Ataki the Ashen Knight is here. Fire Blast Gaming is here. M. Williams is here. Not showing. Yeah, it's not on Twitch. Yeah, I can't simulcast on Twitch right now, guys. Sorry about that. I'll explain more later. But just for right now, I don't want to get into it too much. But yeah, I can't simulcast. I have to keep it on YouTube. Although I will give details on what I'm going to be doing for Twitch. I will be starting up gameplay live streams on Twitch, and of course letting you guys know. So please, all of you guys, check out my Twitch page, because most of my gameplay live streams are going to be on Twitch. So if you'd like to watch gameplay of me, make sure you follow me on Twitch. The link is in the description below. Maybe even one of the mods, if you guys can post my Twitch, follow me on there, because I'll be live streaming at least 2 to 3 times a week. Different various video games, Nintendo Switch, PC, mainly Japanese RPG stuff and Japanese games. But yeah, if you want to watch me play video games, it's going to be on Twitch. If you want to watch like the news shows and like the live streams and stuff like that, like this, then it's going to be on my YouTube channel, just because Twitch is okay. Like I said, I'm not going to say too much about it, but let's just say Twitch is being kind of twitchy. But anyway, in terms of the low audio, dude, I can't do anything about the audio. It's as high as it goes. This is as high as it goes. I got a new mic, but that mic, I don't like the way that it sounds compared to this mic. So yeah, the audio is low, but please turn up the volume on your end. If you feel the audio is low, please turn it up on your end, and that should help things out. And I'll turn it up a little bit on my end as well. There you go. Sorry you guys are hearing that little sound, but anyway, this is as high as it goes, man. I'm terribly sorry about it. Still looking into ways to fix it, but yeah. So please turn up the volume on your end if you feel that it's low. I use headphones. Okay, yeah. Use headphones. Definitely use headphones. Julio Gomez, what's up, Julio? How's it going, man? Yeah. Looking forward to the live streams myself. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, so let's go. I think I talked to everyone. Yeah, Julio, my man, Julio. So yeah, Mozilla, what's up, dude? Spider Monkey, what's up, dude? I think it's Spider Monkey. It looks like Spider, but Spid Monkey. What's up, Alonzo? Sakon 10. All right. Mario Odyssey was not supposed to be a Wii U game. Please don't spread false information in my chat. That's ridiculous. That's against the rules. Just to let you know, like, I'm a news channel, so I mean, if you're joking, make sure you quickly say that you're joking afterwards. But please don't spread false information in my chat. If you do, you'll be, it's definitely. I gotta let people know. Don't spread false information. Mario Odyssey, according to Nintendo, was a Switch game. It's a Switch game. It was a Switch game from the beginning. So yeah, there you go. All good though, Sakon 10. All good. I know you mean well. I know you mean well. Yeah, I know. Just make sure you say that you're kidding. Make sure you say that you're kidding, just so people, because then people take the information, then say, oh well, on OJ's channel, this is what this person said, you know. And then I've had people come back to me with stuff like that, like, oh, this person on your channel said this, and you didn't say anything about it. So I just want to make sure, because I don't want those people coming to me, Sakan. I know you're cool though, because I knew you were joking, but I just want to make sure everyone knows. My voice is chill. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Is that a good thing? I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Fortnite. I'm not really sure. We'll talk about that in a bit, guys. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch in terms of the Genesis and the beginning. We'll have a Q&A at the end, so save your questions till then, guys, and I'll get to them eventually. So let's talk about the Genesis at the beginning. So the Nintendo Switch. We first heard about this system in late 2016. This system was highly there was so much speculation on this system beforehand. We all know that Eurogamer broke the article there in terms of things. We had Laura Kate Dale from Let's Play Video Games. I think now she works for Kotaku. And then we also had Emily Rogers and a couple other people that were kind of leading the forefront on the portable or the hybrid. And then you had pretty much everyone else who was not in that group, which is myself. There was Super Metal Dave. There was other people that felt that it was going to be a more stronger system, that it was going to be potentially something that gets integrated with cell phones as a mobile component, and you can stream something like a Steam Link type of deal. So there was some of that, and I mainly thought that because of the information that I was getting from certain people on things, and we ended up being ridiculously wrong. And like I said, we're talking about the genesis of what went down here. We ended up being wrong, but Nintendo positioned this system in order to really address both markets. I remember when I first saw the Nintendo Switch and I saw Legend of Zelda, I was like, oh, okay, the dude's playing on a normal, like, you know, on a normal controller. Oh, there you go. It's a normal console. See, told you. Then all of a sudden, like, he like gets up and walks over there, and like he like puts the Joy-Cons on there. He like puts the Joy-Cons on there. I think I remember saying detachable controllers. I remember saying detachable controllers, and then like I was like, tablet. And then Super Metal Dave's face. That's when they call it the salt Dave face, the salt face. Oh man, that was just so funny. Like the before and after pics. I remember I got a multitude of you guys sending me tweets, saying stuff like, I remember one guy sent the funniest tweet. He sent the tweet of Dave and myself, and like I was like this, just like laughing. I was like laughing, like I was trying so hard not to laugh, you know, like uncontrollably on the live stream. And like Dave had like a really like nasty look on his face, like what the heck is this? And he said this is the face of two men when they all know it's when the dream is over. And I could not stop laughing at the tweet. All of the tweets you guys sent me, and for how wrong I was on the Nintendo Switch and everything, you guys were incredibly nice. I mean, considering like to other people, like I mean, based on all the videos and all of that, like you guys were incredibly nice. I mean, obviously there was some pretty mean people that said some really mean things and said horrible stuff to me and all that, but for the most part, I didn't get it as bad as other people got it. And I think the biggest reason why, at the genesis of the Nintendo Switch and the reveal and everything, I didn't get it as bad because I accepted it. I took it, you know, like a man. I accepted that I was wrong. I said, you know what, I got it wrong. I was listening to information from someone. That person's information turned out wrong. I'm wrong. You know what, I'm super wrong on the Switch. Like, we need to wait and see when it comes out, see the games, and maybe I'll change my mind. But you know what, I was wrong. I'm terribly sorry. And yeah, and kind of just go from there. So I think that's the reason why people kind of like laid off of me, whereas people went in on like other people like that were wrong. Like, oh my gosh, people went in on those channels, whether it was unsubscribing or whether it was just all sorts of stuff. So yeah, man, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, and I know a lot of you guys were around at that time or even saw the reaction live. Let me know how many people were here when they actually saw my reaction live to the first one, not to the January 2017 event, but to the 2016 event. I think it was October-ish. I think it was October when they announced it. Who was actually subscribed? I want to see actually how many people were subscribed and watched me live. Who watched me live back then? Because that was, we're going on 2 years ago now. I mean, year and some odd months, but you know, and later this year it'll be that. So I want to know who was. So let's see. All right, take it easy, Fire Blast. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, you were watching Dave's stream, but me and Dave were streaming at the same time though. He was on my stream, so I mean like, oh, okay, so Dave's stream only had his face. Okay, I got it. Okay, here. I instantly unsubscribed. I was subscribed and saw the reaction. Okay, you guys saw it. Yeah, I admitted it. I admitted I was wrong. But yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited for the Anniversary OS update. There's no Anniversary OS update. That has not been confirmed, my guy. There's no Anniversary OS update. Let's not make up stuff here. I was subbed, but I watched it alone. Okay. I wasn't subscribed, but a few weeks after the Switch launched. Okay. Okay, you guys didn't see it. Okay, so a lot of you guys seem like a lot of you guys didn't see it. I thought it was pretty funny. Some people snapped at me. But a lot of people didn't. It's because, like I said, I took responsibility. The people who didn't take responsibility, the people who continue to go towards negativity and not give the system a chance but claim to be Nintendo fans, those were the people that really got like the fire of Nintendo fans out there. Like, those were the people that did that. I got a few of that though, because I was like, okay, like I wasn't 100% sold even afterwards. I wasn't 100% sold. I was like, okay, like this could be cool. You know, I had to watch it over again and over again. But what really sold me, like kind of moving on from the beginning, because that was just like the first part of the beginning. Now we have the second part of the Genesis, which was the January event. What really sold me was when I actually got to watch the January event. I counted the games, I looked at everything, and I watched that multiple times. Because like during that event, the January event, me and Dave streamed again. And this was January 2017, the big presentation. And my power went out. My power went out during the stream, so it got cut off during it. Nintendo had said some things that made it seem like as if they were like not going towards the Wii type of era, but then they had some motion control games. So it was just a number of factors that kind of factored into me not being like, I mean, I was excited because Xenoblade got announced and Legend of Zelda was day one. So I was kind of excited. I think I gave it like a C-ish, but then I watched it a couple more times and then I actually upgraded that to I think like a B plus or a B or a B plus. I think I gave it like a C minus and then I upgraded it to like a B plus. Because after I watched it without any interruptions and I counted everything, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Nintendo's going to have a great 2017. And I was telling people, even after the January event, I was telling people to pre-order the system. Pre-order the system. This system, maybe it doesn't sell as much as any of the other systems out there, but it's going to be hot when it first launches. Like, make sure you pre-order because Legend of Zelda. Because I was like, Legend of Zelda's dropping day one, make sure you pre-order. So I was even though I wasn't like, you know, super on board after the presentation, I was still telling people to pre-order, and I could not pre-order the system fast enough. I could not pre-order the system fast enough, man. Like, I pre-ordered that thing in like, as soon as it went live on Best Buy, I was like, go. Dude, I pre-ordered the Switch, I pre-ordered Zelda, I pre-ordered like Bomberman, I pre-ordered like a Pro controller, like I just went ham on just pre-ordering stuff, man. So it was great. It was really good. So what are you guys' thoughts, man? Like when you guys first saw the Switch, what did you guys think at the October reveal and then also with the January presentation? I want to get some of you guys' comments before we get into the next half of this Genesis, you know. So let's see here. Droid got banned PSN with the $2 donation, and he says, how do I get to play with you on Switch Rocket League? Okay, yeah, there's actually an easy way to play in terms of Switch Rocket League with me, is that there's a couple options. You can sponsor through PlayerEssence, and thank you for the $2 donation, do appreciate that. You can sponsor, and that'll be a link in the description below, or you can go on Patreon and you can be a Patreon. Any tier, doesn't matter, any tier. Once you do that, let me know, or it'll pop up on screen, I'll see it, and I'll get you my friend code, and you'll have the posts on page. If you're on Patreon, you'll have the posts, and if you're a YouTube sponsor, you'll get direct messages, and I'll also follow you on Twitter, so you'll get messages there on when we play and everything like that, and my friend code as well. So yeah, man, that's basically how you get in on the we call them PE Arena around here, where we basically it's like an old school like throwback to the whole. You guys remember that show on G4 called Arena? You guys remember that show? Anyway, it's a whole throwback to Arena back on G4 back in the day. It was what's his face? Kevin Pereira. You guys remember Kevin Pereira? Kevin Pereira, and then I think it was a big dude. I think he passed away, but there was a big dude that also hosted it with Kevin Pereira back in the day, and they used to play like SOCOM, and I think they played like Halo. They would play all sorts of cool games back then. But anyway, it was like esports before esports, you know, before esports got big. So shout outs to that. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically how you figure it out. Also, one of the mods could also give you more information as well in terms of what would be best for you. Maybe I think I saw Ataki in here, if Ataki's here, or if who else is any other mods in here. Yeah, I think Ataki's just Nintendo Examiner. Ataki would probably be best to talk to. So if you want to talk to Ataki, he can give you some more information as well. You guys remember? Yeah, you remember Arena on G4? Yeah, man. You don't know who Kevin Pereira is? Kevin Pereira, he is a media personality. I think that would probably be his best, like a show host. He does all sorts of stuff. Now, I mean, he's not really in the gaming sector anymore, although he will host some gaming events every now and then. But he was a host. He was on Attack of the Show. He was a host on there. He also hosted Arena, so he was on G4. And he's done TV shows, like game shows. He's a well-paid TV personality at this point. So now I think he has like some type of like kind of like, it's a weird show. I forgot what network I saw him on, but I was at the gym and I saw him. He was like on some type of, I think it was like the Do It Yourself network or Lifetime. I forgot what it was, but it's some type of like hosting show where him and this other girl, they do all sorts of real life stuff. I don't know. So he's not really in the video game sector anymore. But he's definitely like every now and then, like I think he did something for Nintendo at E3, right? Like he hosted one of Nintendo's things. So yeah, so think of him as like a Jeff Keighley, but not so much video games, other stuff. But he used to be all video games. Hey, what up, Kofi Kush? How's it going, man? Yeah, with Olivia Munn, exactly. With Olivia Munn, exactly. GameStop TV. Yep. There you go. Yep. There you go. Well, so Willem Jones says, PlayerEssence, as a lifelong Nintendo fan, I was originally embarrassed by the Switch because of their recent home consoles, but after then Mario Odyssey E3 trailer, I got Switch and I'm so glad I did. Okay. What's up, David Potts? It's going good, man. How are you? How are you doing today? How are you? I'm doing good. So what did you guys think? Any other comments? Yo, what up, Nintendo Ultra? How's it going, man? How's it going? So Spid Monkey says, thinking about the Wii U and 3DS library on a single system was that was a hybrid, always sounded amazing. Yeah, dude, like I agree. I think after, you know, I thought about it, and then like really when I talked to a few different people, I think like Blandrew was talking on Twitter. I talked to a few other people even after I kind of changed my mind, but they all convinced me that the Switch was going to be amazing. They all were putting out pretty cool tweets saying like, hey, this is what it's going to be like. Imagine having, like, I remember, I forgot who tweeted me, but somebody said, okay, OJ, look, I know originally like you didn't think this would be that great for power or whatever the case was, but he's like, think about it. Think of what if you got to play all of your Fire Emblem games in HD? What if you got to play like Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance in HD? What if you got to play all these different games that were 3DS exclusives? You know, not to say that Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Switch, but I'm just saying like he just started mentioning exclusives. Like imagine having all of that, then everything the Wii U had, like because he asked me like, what'd you think about the Wii U's library? I was like, okay, well it was okay. It was not bad. It was just kind of spread out. There was just some like droughts here and there, but overall, like it was not bad in terms of the first party content. He's like, okay, now imagine all of that, then imagine all like the Nintendo first party 3DS games, then put them on one system. What do you think? And I was like, okay, well that'd be amazing. He's like, yeah, now think about that. Now think about that in HD, not with blocky 3DS graphics, but in HD. And I was like, yo, like, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. He's like, yeah, that's what the Switch is gonna be, you know? And I was like, okay, well, we need to see it. And like, yeah, we're seeing it. I mean, Fire Emblem, which was 3DS, right? That was pretty much all 3DS. I'm not counting Tokyo Mirage Sessions. All that stuff is now on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? We're getting new Fire Emblem games on the Switch. We're going to get a new Fire Emblem game. Pokemon was only 3DS. It was only portable. You know, now we're getting Pokemon on the Switch. I mean, Shin Megami Tensei, that was only portable for the past, 5 years or so. Shin Megami Tensei 4, Shin Megami Tensei, for Apocalypse, those are all portable. Now we're getting all those on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing to think that all of these franchises that were so great on 3DS are coming over, and we're also getting the big Mario game, and we're also getting the big Zelda games, and we're also getting the stuff that the console got, but then we're also getting stuff that the portables got. So, I mean, to me, that's pretty much, I mean, I had already changed my mind by the time that person told me that, but it really just hit home. Like, it hit, like, hard, like, when he told me that. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no. I completely changed my mind, and I was like, you know, this is This is going to be great. And also, shout outs to Droid Got Banned PSN with another $2 donation. It says, thanks, be yourself, and I hope this this helps. Keep it up. Absolutely, man. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Appreciate the donation, man. Although, like I said, yeah, if check out our Patreon, dude. It's only $1 on there. You already did 4, so that would have been 4 months right there. So check out our Patreon if you want to get in on the Rocket League. It's a lot of fun, dude. It's so much fun. But thank you. I do appreciate that. Droid Got Banned PSN. So yeah, I want to see some more of what you guys have to say here. So do you Shadow Gamer says, do you remember when the Nintendo Switch failed launch video on YouTube? I don't know what you're talking about. Nintendo Switch failed launch video on YouTube? What do you mean by that? When I read the title, I thought it was a 5 service or feature for the Wii U because he was playing Zelda. Then I realized it's a new console, but I was disappointed that it wasn't a powerful console. Okay, you were disappointed that it wasn't a powerful console. Got it. I was pretty sure it was going to be successful. I just knew all those 3DS games were gonna buy. Oh yeah, all those 3DS gamers were gonna buy. Absolutely, that's the thing that a lot of people weren't paying attention to. Is like all the 3DS gamers. Like the 3DS gamers were the most shunned group in terms of big fan base that I've ever seen from other gamers. Like literally, people ignored the 3DS. All like whatever they wanted to like talk bad about Nintendo. It's like you have Sony and you have Nintendo, and people would always just mention PS4, PS4, PS4. I mean, obviously people mentioned the Vita and its flop. But people just made it like people never just like put that on Sony. It's like okay, the PS Vita flopped. But anytime you mentioned Nintendo, anytime it was always like okay, Wii U flop, Wii U flop, Wii U flop. What about 3DS? Oh, who cares about 3DS? You know what I'm saying? Like oh, who cares about it? It's just 3DS. So for having a big fan base, that's still going. By the way, that's still going. It's funny how shunned they were, but Nintendo paid attention. Obviously. The Switch is the best of both worlds. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Vincent Allen says, I was stoked about it when I saw the announcement trailer. I was glad I could finally play console games on the go. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so sold from the start. Absolutely, absolutely. That's great, man. Hey, OJ in chat. What's up, Shinobu? What's up, Squid Vicious? How's it going, Squid? Shinobu, how's it going, man? Good to have you guys in the chat. So Mohammed says, I changed my mind because the Switch would allow me to play home console games everywhere I want. I always wanted to be able to play my PS2 and PS3 and Wii U games on the go. Okay, so that's definitely, I think that's what changed like a lot of people's minds. Just having the option to play on the go. Like it's so bad for me now. Like with Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, I'm actually using this Steam link. I put a Steam link in my living room. So I put a Steam link in my living room. And so I can play Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet in my living room, propped up on a couch where I can just chill, relax, and play the game because it's that bad. I'm getting to the point to where like every game, it's either like switch or bust at this point. Like if developers give me review copies, I'm more than happy to play and review copies. And you guys will see more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet live streams on Twitch, so make sure you follow me on Twitch. But like... shout outs. I'm really feeling that. Thank you so much, dude. Hold on, let's make sure we check this out here. So yeah, we'll get more on that. But shout outs to Colby Melrose with the $1 pledge via Patreon. Thank you so much, everyone in chat. Please make Colby feel very welcome for the brand new Patreon pledge. Thank you so much, homie. And once again, you can go ahead and put your friend code and put that in the Patreon. You can send me a message and I'll be more than happy to add you in. We got Rocket League this weekend and we're probably going to be doing another game. I don't know what other game we're going to be doing, but we will be playing 2 separate games, Rocket League and more, but Rocket League for sure. So look forward to that. Saturdays around noonish time or so. Just depends on when I get my daughter all situated and everything in terms of what she's going to do for the weekend. But yeah, man, look forward to that. And thank you so much. I do appreciate the pledge, homie. So what's up, Sean Sweeney? No, you're not late at all, dude. I just started about 28 minutes ago, so you're good. Is Fatal Bullet good? We'll talk about Fatal Bullet in a bit. We'll talk about the prospects of Fatal Bullet because like this is Switch week, so we'll have to tie it into Switch. So that's something that we'll talk about in the Q&A section. So let's continue on with the Genesis here. We got you guys' opinions on certain things when it comes to it, and I wanted to talk about the second half after I had already changed my mind. I'd already said, okay, I'm down with the Switch. I'm ready to go with this system. Let's do it. And some of the hate that I got, it was just funny. I don't want to spend too much time on the hate, but I had multiple people making videos telling me, oh, you're flip-flopping, oh, you're doing this, yelling at me about certain things. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's that I've watched the thing 3 separate times. I've had multiple people talk to me. I've seen what I think the Switch is going to be, and I think it's going to be a great system. You can make as many videos yelling at me or complaining or crying about whatever the case is, but I honestly feel that this system is going to be successful. I feel that it's going to be really successful, and I think that Nintendo's going to have a hit on their hands because of the lineup of games and because you can play the games anywhere that you want. So when the Switch first launched in January, I'm going to share a special story with you guys. I don't think I've shared this story before, but I haven't shared it in the type of detail that I'm going to share it in. So this is a special story. When the Switch launched, we're talking March 3rd, 2017. I was still working for a corporate company, a corporate recruiting company, basically like headhunter type of deal. You know, high level headhunter. You know, this is like for big businesses and things like that, where guys were making, you know, $100,000 and more, you know, upward in the 70, 80,000. So basically, you know, high roller type of business, you know, and I was doing a pretty good job. I've been working there for almost a year at that point. I was due for a promotion right around the time Legend of Zelda came out, so I felt pretty confident about spending whatever I felt like spending because I was due for almost a $30,000 promotion based on my performance that I'd been doing with the company. You know, it's like button-up shirts, suit and ties a lot of the time. So a lot of and I would wake up at 6 a.m. I'd get dressed, get ready. I'd be at work by 7 a.m. and I'd stay till 7 p.m. and then I'd go home. I literally had no time. But even during all that time, I was making videos for you guys. So you guys would get at least 1 to 2 videos a day, even during all of that, you know. I never stopped making videos, even though I barely had any time. I would get home and just rush, you know, to make videos. And during all that time, I was stressed out as heck. And I think that's when I started losing a lot of my hair. Like off the top of my neck, that's when I started getting, like, last year, 2016, and also like, but it like came back. Like I grew it back, but then it started like losing my hair again, you know, because I was so stressed out at work. I was just working so hard. I was dealing with my family here, paying all the bills, just doing all this stuff, and I wasn't having fun at work. Work was not fun for me. It was not fun at all. I actually hated it. At times it could be cool, but it was just a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of having to do stuff. And this was all around the time of Legend of Zelda, guys, and trust me, I'm going to tie it all back in. So, you know, I'm getting ready for Legend of Zelda with you guys in terms of what you guys see on there, but during the day, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out as heck. I'm going to work every single day. I'm working 12-hour shifts, 13, 14 hours, heck, I don't even know how much. It felt like I slept there. You know, I'd even go in sometimes on the weekends to catch up on things or to take people out to lunch or to, you know, to kiss butt, you know, and all that. And I was sick of it, but I was going to continue doing it because I was set for a big promotion. And I remember the week that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out, that Saturday, I was in Thousand Oaks. I was in Los Angeles kissing butt, you know, and working, you know what I'm saying, with some of the higher ups. And there had been multiple issues, certain things that have came up here and there, but I didn't feel there was any issue. I didn't feel that there was any problem. And I remember walking in, so, you know, I was in Thousand Oaks, I was in Los Angeles. I didn't speed, but, you know, I was driving near that speed limit. You know, it was sometimes going over it. I remember driving home as fast as I possibly and legally could so I can drive to Best Buy and get in line for the midnight launch at Best Buy. So I had literally been up like all day from like 6 a.m. that morning. No, actually from like 4 a.m. because I had to leave my house at 4 a.m. so I can get to Thousand Oaks, Los Angeles by in comfortable time, like by 7 a.m. So I had been up since super early that morning, but I was like, okay, get to play Zelda, get to do all this, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna, and I'll get to that in just a bit. I'm gonna get to play, and then I go there and Best Buy completely botches like the thing. People who had it pre-ordered had to wait before people who just waited in line. So people who just got there and didn't have a pre-order got the system before lots of people who pre-ordered. Excuse me. And definitely I'll play that in just a bit, guys. Give me just a bit to get through this, but I'll definitely play it and I'll get to the donations. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. And so I was there for about an hour and a half afterwards. So I didn't get out of Best Buy until like 1:30, 1:45 a.m. And I was super tired. I was so tired I didn't even want to play that night. I filmed a video, a really crappy unboxing late video, which is still up on the channel. It's like it's really crappy. I filmed it and I put it up on the channel, and I was really happy and everything. But then the whole weekend I played Zelda. It was great. I played Zelda all weekend. I had a ton of fun. Everything was good. I walk into work on Monday morning. I get in there by like 6:50 a.m. and I'm walking to go just like get like a cup of coffee. And even though I don't drink coffee, but it was like they had like the little creamer thing. I used to just take like a little cup of it, make a little cup of it myself. It was like a latte type of deal. It always just wake me up in the morning. I just drink a little bit of it. I wake up and my boss walks in the door. And says, Francis, I need to speak with you. And I'm like, okay. And then we go and sit down in the room, and she's like, okay, as of now, you're effectively been dismissed from your position here. And I'm like, my eye is like twitching at that moment. I'm like, what? Like, now guys, remember, this is before I just got done playing Zelda. I felt good about myself. Everything was going good for the most part. And I was set to get pretty much like a $30,000 promotion. $30,000 promotion that Friday. I was set, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna be good. I'd been working for a year plus for this. Busting my butt, working 10, 12 plus hour days. And yeah, I got let go. Right then and there. And I'm like, what? How? What? And they just said, oh, we're looking at your performance, and your performance hasn't been as good. And effectively right now, we need you to take your stuff and leave. And I was like my heart sank. Like I don't know if I've ever been as upset in that fast. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. I just got done spending a lot of money, obviously, on Zelda and all that. And I was like, what am I going to do? My family, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh. And I remember I got my stuff, and I had my stuff, and I was walking out. I went around to the back, and they walked me out like completely. Like they followed me around. Like, and I'm like, why are you guys following me? She's like, oh, do you need a box? I'm like, I don't need a box. Let me just grab my stuff. I just took my stuff and I left. And they followed me all the way out till I left the door, like as if I was going to start something or do something. And I remember getting home, and the first thing I did was like, well, time to play Zelda. I wasn't even tripping after that. I was upset, but I was like, okay, well, time to play. I like took off my stupid button-up shirt. I put on a normal shirt. I just put on some sweatpants, and I didn't even call anybody. I didn't tell anybody until they got home. I was like, I'm just gonna play Zelda. So I literally played Zelda for like 10 hours straight till everyone got home. And then I told my girlfriend, I told my mom, I told everyone. And they're like, well, and like they had like an intervention with me because I kept on getting either fired or let go from jobs, and like my whole family had an intervention with me. And I was just basically like, look, look, guys, look, Legend of Zelda launched, and you guys are really taking time away from Legend of Zelda, like right now. Like, oh, you guys, like, I would love to sit here and talk, but Legend of Zelda is there. So I put so much time into Legend of Zelda, and without Legend of Zelda, things would have been bad. Things obviously would have been bad. I would have not been feeling as good, but Legend of Zelda essentially perked me up. It gave me confidence. It told me that it's going to be okay. You're still alive, blah, blah, blah. There was just so many other things that Legend of Zelda did for me in terms of mentally. So yeah, man, it was a blessing. Exactly, Spid Monkey. It was a blessing in disguise. And like I said, everything that I'm saying here is exactly what happened. Like literally, my family did have an intervention with me because my family, everyone is pretty successful for the most. Well, one of them's not, but my oldest brother, my oldest sister, they're both really successful. They have great jobs. They've been doing it for a long time. They're all older than me. And my mom also really successful. Everyone in my family is really successful in my immediate family, like not my family that I have, but like my mom and my brothers and all that. So they had to get, I mean, you know, as me being the youngest, they're like, hey, we got to have a talking with you, man. Like, you know, you're going to be 30 pretty soon. At the time I was going to be 30. That was 2017. Yeah. So I was going to be 30. So like I was 29, but they're like, got to have a talking with you. And I was just like, I was pretty much like this the whole time. Like, well, Zelda, Zelda's coming, so yeah, Zelda's out. So like, what are you guys upset for? Did you guys play Legend of Zelda yet? Like, if you guys play Legend of Zelda, there's no way you guys would be upset what's going on right now. So, so I'm gonna get some reactions from you guys. Let me read off some donations. So shout outs to Enrique Pinero, who donated $8 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Enrique. I do appreciate that. Also, George donated $5 and said, have some money. OJ, can you play Stage 1 Dracula X? Absolutely. And NX Revolution donated $3 and said, how's it going? What are we talking about today? Yeah, we're talking about the Genesis of the Nintendo Switch. We're talking about what I was doing leading up to it. We're talking about The Legend of Zelda. We're talking pretty much all about the beginnings of the Nintendo Switch. And we're also going to have a Q&A as well. You guys' thoughts too. And you guys can ask me other questions. But for the most part, we're trying to focus on Switch questions and things like that. So let me get that Dracula music going here. And thank you for all the donations, guys. I really do appreciate it. We'll talk about the whole blessing in disguise thing. I think a lot of people have told me that after a while. So let's see, Dracula X Stage 1. Okay. Yeah, Breath of the Wild is too good. Let me know how it sounds, guys. If it's too loud or whatever the case is, let me know. Or not loud enough. OJ's God's blessing. Yeah, man. So, exactly. I was like, at that point, I had no income. I had like a little bit, I was making like a couple $100 off of YouTube. I had no income. I didn't have the community that I have now. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, well, you know what am I gonna do? But it was a blessing in disguise. Sounds good? Okay, cool. It was definitely a blessing in disguise. And I ended up thinking to myself, like, okay, well, like, OJ, how many jobs have you went, like, how many jobs have you went to, you got all dressed up, you wear a suit and tie, you get hired, you don't know, like, what's going on, like, and, like, you go there and they end up just firing you or you end up getting let go. Like, why are you constantly working for people and failing? You failed at everything. That's essentially what I was telling myself, is that you failed at almost every single job. Like, the only job that I didn't fail was like McDonald's or something like that. Like, they loved me there. So I pretty much failed at every adult job that I had. So I was telling myself, why do I continue to shout outs for the donation. I'll get to that in just a bit. I told myself, why do I continue to throw myself at these corporate companies? You work for a year, you're ready for your promotion, and they let you go. You bust your butt, and what do I have to show for it? I have almost nothing. I mean, I did buy a house, that's one thing. But that job fired me anyway, even though I busted my butt for them. So why am I continuing to throw myself at the mercy of these companies? Like, so yeah, man. I decided that I'm just gonna work for myself, and if I'm going to go down, if I'm going to be poor, or if I'm not gonna have any money, I'm going to do what I like to do. I'm going to have little money and do what I love to do. So that's the reason why PlayerEssence is what it is at this point, is because I stopped throwing myself at these stupid corporate companies and decided to focus on what I love to do. And what I love to do is talk about video games, play video games, and be around people who like video games. So it took a while. I was in the negative. I pretty much burned through everything that I had that I saved up from my jobs. But eventually we got it to the point to where it was sustainable by the end of 2017. So that was good. So that was good. It wasn't looking good a couple months, but at the same time, like, if you want something, you've got to really go for it. Like, you can't go halfway. I mean, you can, but then you're not going to be able to sustain, for the most part. So that's what I decided to do. I was like, if I'm going to do this whole gaming thing, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in. So that's basically my whole genesis with Legend of Zelda. And shout outs to George for the music. That was Castlevania Dracula X Stage 1 Bloodlines. So We got some donations here. We got a lot of good stuff here. Hold up. Got some donations here from Riku Tag. He says, do you have any advice for small YouTube creators? Yes, I do have advice for small YouTube creators. Be yourself and focus. I think the biggest thing is focus. Focus on what you want, what your audience is going to be, and how you're going to deliver that news. If you don't know how to speak well in front of a camera, you better learn. That's all I gotta say is that you better learn. If you want to be a gameplay channel, you better have something unique, and you better focus your videos, and you better let your audience know when they're going to expect videos, and they better be some good quality. Get some editing software, get Power Director, get Sony Vegas, get some editing software that's pretty good. I would say make sure that you stay consistent. You know, if you do videos every single day, you got to do videos every day. You got to know that YouTube is an algorithm. It's an algorithm based on favoritism. So, you know what I'm saying? So people who use this site and use it well and use it often and market are the ones who are going to move up and get the subs. It can be slow at the beginning, but it can also be fast. Depends on what you do. So focus your content. Don't try to be the guy that says, I do everything at the beginning, because if you're that guy, you might fail. Focus on your audience, what you want to do, and then expand out to other stuff. I mean, like Spawnwave, RGT, those are just two guys that I can bring into example. Focused on Switch, RGT was focused on retro, but he's seen that Switch is probably more his base, so he's focusing on that, and then he's expanded out. So he focused on retro and Switch, and then once he kind of got to where he's at, which is past 80,000 subs, 84,000 subs, he's like, okay, let me do some more PS4 and Xbox One stuff. Spawnwave, same thing, focused on Switch. Once he got that, oh, well, I really like tech too, so let me expand out to tech, PS4 and Xbox One. Myself, I kind of went Nintendo, multiplat, back to Nintendo, and now I said, okay, I'm gonna focus in on like what I personally love, not just like multiplat or just Switch. I'm gonna focus on Nintendo, Japanese RPGs, and it's like Switch, Nintendo, Japanese RPGs, because that's what I love to do, and it's been successful for me that way. So focus on what you want, and make sure you make videos constantly. Don't skip 3 or 4 days without making anything. That's not going to get you good stuff with the algorithm, my guy. So yeah, that's basically that. Also, shout outs to Droid Got Banned again with another $2 donation. Thank you so much, dude. He says, I sent you a message with my code and thanks for the help. Absolutely, I'll add you in. You'll be added in before we play this Saturday. Thank you so much, Droid. I appreciate that. Also, shout outs to Shantum with the $10 donation, and it says, appreciate all you do, keeping us entertained and informed. Absolutely, and I wouldn't have it any other way. One, because I keep on getting let go or fired from the other ways that I try to sustain myself. So I try to do something that I love to do, and honestly, I do love to do live streams and talk video games and make videos. All of it's great. All of it is absolutely fantastic, and you guys have shown amazing support. All right, so let me read off some of you guys' comments here. The Black Wolf says, you work really hard, so congratulations, OJ. Thank you. I still got a long way to go, though, but thank you. Amen. Sakura Gamer says, Patch Deadwood says, hey, guys, nice to be here. Absolutely, Patch. Nice to have you here. George says, exactly. Sometimes you need to make sacrifices to do what you want. I made a lot of sacrifices, I'll tell you that. I burned through a ton of my reserve money. Absolutely. SGT Crack says, OJ, you are absolutely right. Working for people who don't value your worth is absolutely BS. Yeah, it is. They really didn't value. I busted my butt. I think I got written up. I got written up like 2 times in like a week based on like, I didn't even know why I was getting written up. I was just getting written up. Like, I think one time she told me that I was late to a meeting that happened like a month and a half ago, and I was like, a meeting in Los Angeles, and the meeting, she told me, like, my manager, she said, be there. You can be there anytime before, I think she said like 8 o'clock. I got there like at 7:45, and everything was fine. She never said anything to me. And then later, I got written up, and she said, hey, you were late to like that meeting that was a year and a half ago, or not a year and a half ago, a month and a half ago. I was like, but you never. I'm like, what? I was late when? She's like, oh, to that meeting that we had in Thousand Oaks. I was like, no, I was there at 7:45. You told me to get there anytime before 8. No, I don't remember that. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I'm like, look, I can show you like my little time clock thing. I even clocked in right here at 7:45. Oh, okay, but that doesn't matter. I didn't see you at that point. Okay, so I've got timed evidence. You told me before 8. I wrote it down in my book. Look, I showed her where I wrote it down. Nope. Still got written. I was like, okay, like, I know what's going on here. Like, they're trying to make excuses, you know, they're trying to make excuses here. So they can try to have a legit reason to let me go, you know, and not pay me like unemployment or something like that. Like, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to do that, you know, but it didn't work, obviously. It didn't work. They didn't even have me sign anything or anything. Like, they just told me to leave. So yeah, man, it was interesting. It was interesting. So yeah, I just got, after that experience was just the worst for me, because like I busted my butt for a year and came away with nothing. It wasn't like they were paying me a lot of money anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I was getting paid a ton of money. I was working a ton of overtime, so I was making some money, but it was just a lot of hard work. It was a lot of sitting in front of a computer desk, a lot of calls, a lot of kissing butt, taking people out to dinner, taking people out to lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting constant like sales calls. Like, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I was like, I'm doing way too much work, and they're not even appreciating me. Man. So yeah, man. Not that you guys shouldn't go work for corporate companies. Obviously, not all corporate companies are bad. There are a lot of good corporate companies. There are a lot of companies that do good by their employees. I just happen to work for some that don't. So yeah, man. But I was like, I'm done. If I'm going to work hard, I'm going to work hard for myself and for people who, like, you know, who want to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Who want to be a part of what I like, which is video games. You know, I'm not going to work for people, you know, who are working for themselves while my bosses get paid 6 figures and I'm over here struggling. I'm the one who's getting all these people jobs, you know, while they're getting paid 6 figures, $115,000, $200,000 a year, while I'm sitting here struggling while they're getting paid for all the work that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, all the hard work that I'm calling people up and doing everything, I'm the one who's doing all the work and they're getting paid, you know? So yeah, so I was like, I'm done. OJ, that sounds racist as hell. No, I don't think it had anything to do with racism. Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with racism at all. I mean, I think there was one manager that might have been a little racist, but she was like my second manager. And my second manager, she's the one who probably wanted me gone, to be honest. So she's the one who wanted me gone. But I think maybe she would have been a little racist. But my first manager, my in-office manager, she wasn't. And my other manager that I had, she wasn't either. So, but I mean, it was just constant, like 3 managers always telling me stuff, man. It got annoying. It got so annoying dealing with all that crap. I'm getting tired of people telling me what to do all the time. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I ain't even getting paid. They're getting paid $100 grand. I'm not. So I mean, like, I got tired of that crap, man. Shout outs to Fairy Tiger with the $10 donation. It says play Bites and Kato's vitriolic a stroke. Okay, I will definitely play that for you. And thank you so much, Fairy Tiger. Shout outs and welcome back to the stream, man. Thank you. I do appreciate the $10 donation, my guy. So let's see here. Bites and Kato's. Is it violent? Violence? Oh, no, never mind. Nope, it's exactly like you said it was. Never mind. Never mind. All right, let me know how it sounds, guys. And if you can still hear my voice good. Let's go, let's fix it. Yeah, I mean, Anton, I don't think it had to do anything with voice, but I mean, there was one time where, like, my manager, like, she said something, but it wasn't, I don't think it was a big deal. You know, I don't think it was a big deal. So, OJ, I would trust you to work with strategies for Nintendo. I can definitely see that in the future. Yeah, when I get older, I think I'll probably work for Nintendo at some point. Maybe when I'm older, like maybe in my 50s. I might just want to go out on a bang, work for Nintendo for about 15 years, then retire at 65. Probably will do that. Maybe then when I'm 50. I don't know if I'll still have my YouTube around by then. But I plan on doing YouTube for at least like another decade. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. I'm still pretty young. I mean, relatively young. I'll probably do this into my 40s or so. And then I'll probably move on to Nintendo after that. I mean, who knows what's going to happen at that point. But yeah, I do see myself working for Nintendo at some point. I've always wanted to watch Office Space, but never had any opportunities. Okay. No, I don't think there was anything really racist. There was just one manager that I had that just like really didn't like. She was like super controlling, like way too controlling, and she was like one time she kind of made it seem like they, like she said like a they in there, like I mean, it's not. I'm not trying to. Like, I don't want to falsely levy any accusations against her, so I'm not even gonna go that far. But there was a couple times where I thought that maybe she was a little, there was something a little off. But nah, that wasn't the point. I mean, the biggest deal with it was that they didn't want to pay me. My production had dropped off, even though I made enough money for them to reach my quota and to reach my promotion. Like, my performance in the past like month was kind of shaky. Like, I hadn't gotten many people jobs. I think I lost one opportunity because I messed up on the something. I forgot what it was, but I think I messed up. Or I messed up on a call. I made the wrong call. So I mean, my performance was a little shaky, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, I've been working there for about a year, you know, and my performance was solid. Like I said, I made them tons and tons of money, you know, tons and tons of money. So they were happy with me up until that point. So I think they just felt that they could get somebody else who could do the same job as well as I was doing it recently, for way cheaper, not have to pay me. Because like I said, my based on my performance, they were gonna have to pay me like 10 grand more than what most people get once you hit your promotion. So for me, that's kind of how it was. It was basically something to where they'd have to pay me way more than like what most people would have got. So I just think they didn't want to pay me that. That's really what and they could train somebody and they could work with that person and pay them way less and get them to do almost the same thing, because I mean, you know, it is what it is. So there we go. A million subs. I don't know about that, man. I don't think I need a million subs, to be honest. Like, million subs would be great, but that would just be more of just like a thing than it would be an actual like do I need it? No, like even now, like now is okay, but definitely. Yo, my man Julio is back at it again, hitting us with that Toby Blaster. Thank you so much, Julio. Yo, shout outs, man. Julio with the big Toby Blaster. $50 donation. It says, glad you're making content. Thank you. I'm glad I'm making content as well when we got Toby Blasters and the amazing audience you guys are. So thank you so much for the $50 donation, Julio. Everyone in the chat, obviously, you guys are all amazing, but Julio, my man, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Toby Blaster. Oh, I didn't put the. Oh, my bad. I think I went like that. Sorry. So yes, there you go. You necessarily don't have to buy a 720p TV for the Switch. You don't have to. You can buy whatever. You can buy most TVs. Most TVs aren't 720p anymore, so buying a 720p TV would be dumb, because then you wouldn't be able to take advantage of all the TVs that or all the games that do 1080p. For example, like Dark Souls that's coming out, that's 1080p coming out. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is 1080p as well. Or you won't even, and you won't be able to take advantage of all like the 900p games. So even like Super Mario Odyssey, for example, is 900p. You wouldn't be able to take advantage of that. Legend of Zelda. So no, you don't have to buy a 720p TV at all. Actually, I would advise against that, just because there's no point. That's a stupid thing to do. That's a stupid thing to do. Joy got banned. PSN donated $2 to Super Chat and says, gotta go to work. You have a great day, and Payday 2, will you get it? Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna get Payday 2 at some point. I'm still working my way through Fatal Bullet, guys, so please, we're gonna have a review for Fatal Bullet. We're really close to our Patreon goal of $500 for the 2 reviews, 2 quality reviews a month. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go halfway with you guys. And since we're already halfway to that 500, I think we're like at 300 something on Patreon. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I do at least 1 quality review a month, at least 1 quality review. So I'm probably gonna do Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, and then I'll probably do Xenoblade Chronicles 2 after that. So yeah, looking forward to do more of that. And yeah, Payday. I'll probably get Payday after I'm done with the reviews and Sword Art Online. So you guys might have to wait just a little bit for that. But I'll definitely get Payday 2 at some point. Maybe wait for 1 price drop. Not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Julio, my man Julio, he's no joke, dude. Shout outs. Brent, is it Donahue? Says, Ninty is now future-proofed, going forth with inevitable never iterations of Switch, first-party software, as well as other revenue streams as the mobile Labo, Amiibo, Mario Kart Tour, movie, theme park, etc. What you think, OJ? I think that's a fantastic observation, and that's something that we can definitely get into as we move into the. I mean, that's more of like the other thing that I was going to talk about on part 5, but we can talk about it right now too. But we're going to talk about part 5 of this whole Nintendo anniversary will be the future. Will be like what's currently going on now and the future. We already talked about the beginning, which was the Switch, the reveal. Legend of Zelda, that's pretty much was the launch of the system, what we did at the launch, and what I did. So we can go ahead and move on. How long has it been? Okay, we're going on an hour, so good. We can go ahead and move on to some of the other things that you guys want to talk about. And yeah, I'll answer some questions. If you guys have any specific comments that you guys want to talk about when it comes to the launch of the Switch, Legend of Zelda, your comments, let me know and I'll react to them. Tell me how you played it, whatever the case is, and I'll react to them. And then we'll move into a Q&A, okay? Then we'll move into Q&A in about maybe 15, 20 minutes. We'll move into a Q&A. Or you know what, how about this? We'll talk about that, and you guys go ahead and throw in your questions. And we'll answer questions because I always have to cut you guys off pretty quick because I have to go pick up my daughter. So let's go ahead. We'll answer questions for about a good 40 minutes. So go ahead and put your questions, put your comments, put everything, and I'll try to react to as much as I can. So yeah, and also once again, shout outs to Droid Got Banned. Thank you so much for the Patreon pledge, and also for, I think you donated like $8 or so, or $6 to $8 during the stream. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So yeah. In terms of what you had to say, Brett, absolutely I agree, man. I mean, multiple revenue streams, future-proofing, that is the biggest thing that Nintendo probably did. At this point, they took a hit. They took the bad PR with the weak system. They took a hit, but I guarantee you this is the future. Being able to play any games anywhere you want is the absolute future, and Microsoft and Sony will copy Nintendo at some point. Don't know if it's 5 years from now, don't know if it's 10 years from now, don't know if it's 15 years from now or 20 years from now, but at some point Microsoft and Sony will copy Nintendo. They will make a Switch type of device, because why wouldn't you want to have games anywhere that you want? That's more opportunities to monetize your users, okay? For them, companies, to monetize the users in terms of them getting content, eShop, all that stuff like that. It's more opportunities for people to play games, be on their system of choice. Therefore, it gets more mind share. Therefore, it gets more publicity. It's a walking advertisement, just like an Apple iPhone or like a Samsung Galaxy. That's why phones are big now, not only for the screen size for watching movies and stuff, but also more advertising room. People can see it more easily than that small little Apple phone, you know what I'm saying, that they used to have. When Galaxy came out, it's a big phone. I mean, this back then when I got this in 2014, it was a huge phone for back then. Now obviously there's bigger phones. Apple has a bigger phone, Samsung has a bigger phone, but this was huge, and people would be like, what do you got that big old phone for? I'm like, oh, well, because I can see stuff, I can watch movies clearly, and it's a walking advertisement. People can clearly see that Galaxy and everything on there. Yo, Shinobu! Hit this with that Toby Blaster! Two Toby Blaster donations in one stream? Yo, thank you so much, Shinobu. Yo! Shinobu with the $50 donation. And he says, just started my new job yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good. First of all, congratulations for starting your new job, dude. It always feels good to start a new job, and it's looking like hopefully you like the job, and you have some extra money, so that's great. It's always good to see that, man, and I'm always happy when gamers, when people, my community, you guys can follow your dreams and get the jobs that you guys want. Because I know a lot of you guys are in school. Some of you guys talk to me saying, hey, man, how'd you deal with it when you got laid off? When you got fired, what'd you do? How'd you feel? Like, how'd you take care of your family? You know, what were the options? So I've talked to a lot of you guys about that. So it's good to see that you started a new job. And I want to say thank you so much for the $50 Toby Blaster donation. I really do appreciate that. I really do, Shinobu. So thank you so much, man. So yeah, let me answer some more questions here. OJ, what is your favorite game on the Nintendo Switch? I have a video coming up at the end of the week where we're going to talk about that. So you'll know soon enough. Patch Debut says, my question, how are you? I am doing fantastic, Patch. Thank you. NX Revolution says, the launch night, when I got my Switch, I went home and played Zelda until like 5 a.m. Nice. Joy Got Banned. Hey, can you send me a Discord link on Patreon? Thanks, man. Absolutely. You'll get the Discord link on Patreon. I'll send it to your inbox along with, and I'll add you on there. No problem, Joy. No problem at all. Don't own a PS4, but I did try PS3. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Breath of the Wild was the best toilet experience, gaming experience I've ever had. Yeah, I used to play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because I played it so much. Like I used to play it on the toilet too, and like even though like I didn't need to be in the toilet for that long, I was on the toilet sometimes for 10, 15, 20, even up to 30 minutes just sitting there playing Zelda. So yeah, I've done that before. Shout outs to Milo Creek. What up, man? Milo Creek, how's it going? Shout outs to the chat coming into the chat. Appreciate that. Willem Jones says PlayerEssence. If F-Zero comes to Switch, who would you like to develop it? Nintendo, Sega, Shinin, or someone else? Well, I don't know. F-Zero hasn't really been developed by anybody lately. Nintendo gave it to Sega. The last one, GX, was the last one that we got. I know there was a Game Boy Advance one too. I don't know who those were developed by. So I don't know who would develop it. And like I said, I think they went out of business, but the developers who did Sleeping Dogs, I would have wanted them to do it, because so they can make like racing and also open world combat and like open world game. That's kind of what I want F-Zero to be, but I already know Nintendo's probably not going to do that. All right, take it easy, George. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I appreciate the donation and the awesome music request. Thank you. So yeah, Game Brothers, what's up, Game Brothers? Sony copied the Wii, LOL. They will probably copy the Switch. Yeah, it's gonna happen. All right, Fire Blast Gaming, what's up, man? How's it going? You're back? You didn't miss much, dude. Or you can watch the replay. Not a dream job, but it pays the bills and games. Okay, not a dream job. Okay, but that's okay. But hey, that's all that matters, right? You got to pay the bills. This house that you guys see, you know, I was working at a job that, I mean, I thought the job was okay. I mean, it was in my degree field of kinesiology and communication, but I mean, it wasn't like it was like the best job ever. And I had a really like prickly blonde boss. Like, oh man, what? Julio with the double. Is that the double Rasengan? This man with the double Toby Blaster Rasengan. Yo, seriously, guys, thank you so much, man. I'm overcome with emotion. Jesus, this is just Monday too. This is just Monday. We're already good for the week, but thank you so much. Hitting us with a double Rasengan Toby Blaster, $50 donation from Julio Gomez again, and he says just had to. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that, Julio. Really do appreciate that, man. So thank you so much, Julio. I mean, we've talked, Julio. You know, personally, man. I'm glad I can provide the content that you feel that it's worth. That you would do this, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I can provide that, but that's what we do here on PlayerEssence, guys. That's what we do here on PlayerEssence. Oh, what the? What? Fury Tiger and Julio weaving in and out with double Rasengans and just blasted me at the center of my core. just with the dual Rasengan. Shoutouts to Fury Tiger. Drop it. He says, well, I just dropped these here with the smiley face. Shoutouts to Julio and Fury Tiger. I appreciate the support. All of you guys watching, thank you guys so much. But Fury Tiger, thank you, man. With the double Toby Blaster as well. Yo, shoutouts, man. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. Also, shoutouts to Margin Hazeveld, I probably said that wrong, with a subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village, where we have a lot of fun and I get hit with Toby Blasters. But thank you guys so much for all the donations. Thank you, Julio. Thank you, Fury Tiger. Thank you, Droid. Thank you, Shantum. Thank you, all of you. All of you guys watching, I appreciate it, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I honestly thank each and every single one of you guys. And we're going to have an awesome week of Nintendo Switch Anniversary Week. We're going to have an awesome week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Poor OJK analyst. I know, I'm like low key right now, like hyperventilating on the inside right now. You guys can't see it. I'm doing my best to keep it together, but I'm hyperventilating and I'm I'm trying not to get too emotional, but thank you guys so much. I do appreciate the support. Thank you. 117 likes and 2 Tobys. I got quadruple Rasengan. I mean, there will be no Tobys around here with Fury Tiger and Julio Gomez on the case. And just for good measures, we got Shantum and we got NX and we got all you guys here taking care of the Toby trash for me, so I do appreciate that. Man, y'all quick too, man. It seems like there's times where somebody will say something to me, some of y'all jump in and be like, hey, this, some of you guys on Twitter and stuff start dropping facts, and I'm like, yo, I didn't even need to say anything. Like, yo, shout out. So thank you guys for having my back. The community is strong. Like, we are strong, man. Some of you ninjas out here, you guys are, I don't know, you guys are gunning for my Hokage spot. I'm feeling like, man, some of you guys out there, you guys are doing jutsus faster than I can on Twitter, man. So shout outs and thank you guys so much for the support. Heck, I've even seen some of you guys kind of reaching out and, you know, defending me and my channel and other channels when some people want to, you know, be Toby somewhere else, you know. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The best community ever right here, PlayerEssence, the ninja community. You guys are the best, and I've been saying that for a while now, but I will continue to say it. Even before I was saying that, even before all the support, you guys were always here watching at least. So thank you guys so much, man. Blowing up. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into OJ getting the red IG2. Shout outs, man. Rio, shout outs, man. Thank you for the sub, man. Do appreciate that. A bit Fury Tigers is a bit late here in Sweden, so I'm going to bed now. Thanks for the fun. We'll be here again tomorrow. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I want to start a little bit earlier, Fury Tiger, for some people that are out there a little bit later. So appreciate Fury Tiger. I appreciate the support, man. I know you've been coming on pretty strong lately. And yeah, have a good night, man. Have a good night, or I think maybe it's morning in Sweden. Oh, by the way, real quick before you go, Fury Tiger, two of my favorite players are from Sweden: Armada from Super Smash Bros. Melee and Leffen. Both of those they're both Swedes, and they're my favorite. I want to visit Sweden one of these days. I'm definitely gonna take a trip to Sweden at some point. So you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know where all the best spots to go at and all that. You know, when I visit, because I will visit Sweden at some point, probably for like a big Smash Bros. Tournament. So I'm definitely gonna visit Sweden at some point. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Your donation doesn't work. What? Also, shout outs to I heard I'm really feeling it. So so I think somebody did a Patreon 12 feet tall. Oh, yo, Toby Blaster through super chat. It's not gonna pop up the way it is though. Somebody said, I did see I'm really feeling it though, so I guess somebody pledged through via Patreon or something. But shout outs to Tyrese W with the big Toby Blaster $50 super chat donation. Thank you so much, Tyrese. Yo, man, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Because of you, I really want to start my own. Channel. Let me know when you start your own channel. I give advice for free, for 100% free. I give advice. I've been giving advice to. Hold up. Excuse me. I've given advice to multiple channels, and I give advice for free. So, yeah. Let me know any other advice. Hit me up on Twitter. Just let me know it's you. Hit me up on Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to DM you advice, getting your channel started, what you want to do, direction, focus, money, how much you need to spend, what you need to get, equipment, what you're trying to look for. I can help you out with all that. Oh. What? Okay, this is just crazy now. This is just crazy. You guys are absolutely insane. You guys are all insane. Give me some questions. Give me some questions so I can answer some questions. But before we get into that, Julio, my guy, this guy's treating it as a competition. With another $50 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you, I appreciate that. And he says, donation competition, question mark. I don't know if anybody wants to compete with you, Julio. Thank you so much, Julio. Appreciate again, man, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else. Julio's back at it again. Julio, back at it again. Jesus, dude. Thank you so much, Julio. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all of you guys. But seriously, Julio, Tyrese, thank you guys. Do appreciate. I don't know what to say, guys. I really don't know what to say. It's flattering. It's humbling. I don't know. But thank you, Tyrese. Thank you, Julio. And Milo Creep with the $2 donation and says, I'm broke. And he has XD. He says, can you play song Mega Lavanya? What is that from? Is that licensed music? I know we have some crazy ninja, but hey, the ninja, man, I appreciate the support. The ninjas here, they believe in what I'm doing, and I'm gonna work as hard as possible not to let you guys down. Remember I talked about how I work 10 to 12 hours at my other job. I actually work around 15 hours on this channel between editing, social media posts, upgrades, moving around software like live stream, testing out equipment, green screen. Between everything, I actually works anywhere between 12 to 15 hours a day, but it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like I work a normal 5-hour shift or something. It doesn't even feel like I'm working half the time. I mean, I'm working when I'm editing, but it doesn't feel like it. So thank you guys so much, but I'm gonna continue working just as hard. 15-hour days are nothing. I like it and I absolutely love it. I love editing for you guys. I love doing live streams. I love the community. So thank you so much, Julio, Milo, everybody. You donate a lot, that's great. You donate a little, that's great. You watch me, that's great. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Seriously, I think I've said thank you like a million times. I don't know what else to say. It's flattering. I don't know, man. But thank you guys so much. Do appreciate that. Let me get Milo's song in here. Mega. What is Mega Lavanya? Lavanya? Mega Lavanya? Is that sounds like what? Oh, it's Undertale. Okay, no problem. This is a shimmy song. This is a song that you can shimmy to. I'm gonna shimmy to this. This is a super shimmy song. I only have one dance move, and it's the shimmy, baby. It's this type of shimmy. It's this type of shimmy. It's this type of shimmy. It's just all different forms of shimmy. That's all you gotta do. This is a shimmier. This is a super shimmy song. YouTube is my main source. Yeah, YouTube's my main source. OJ, are you going to have a P.O. box now? Yeah, I'm getting ready for a P.O. box. I'm just trying to decide which one I'm going to get, but it's coming. Julio, adopt me. Yo, shout outs to Ro Izzy says, I have a wife and 3 kids, but I refuse to sit and watch and not donate. I'm better at this than Doom anyways. First of all, shout outs to your wife and 3 kids, Ro Izzy. Definitely. I have, I have a fiance and I have a daughter, and I know how expensive it is. You don't need to feel compelled, but thank you so much. I do appreciate it. You're already a Patreon sub, dude, or you already back me on Patreon. You already show up to the, you watch my videos, so thank you, man. I do appreciate that. Do appreciate it. So yeah, let's go and get into some questions, guys. Whoa, calm down. There's no favoritism, Hulk. No favoritism going on. You guys are all part of the Ninja Village. You guys are all, you guys are all here. I'm not gonna favor one person over another. That's why I have, for example, like the Patreon. The lowest is $1, and you get on my friends list and all that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely not causing any type of favoritism or anything like that. We're all part of the same team. We're all part of the same team, guys. So yeah, man. I'm getting Toby blasted everywhere. Shoutouts to Shantum with the $40 donation. It says I don't have Julio pockets, but I'll make it even 50 for the day. I mean, you did just shimmy. I can shimmy all day, baby. Thank you so much for the $40 donation, Shantum. I appreciate that. And yes, guys, I just want to make sure that you guys are all part of the village. Anybody who donates, they're just donating just because they feel compelled to, but don't make it as I'm gonna say, okay, well these people do this and they get this and all that. It's definitely not that, guys. We're all the same. We're all part of the same team, guys. And of course, donations all go to me making this better, like making the stream better, making the channel better, all that stuff like that. So, and making sure that I have a house to record, making sure that I have a house over my head so I can record. So yeah, man, shout outs. Shout outs. This song is awesome, by the way, too, though. But thank you so much, Ro Izzy. Thank you, Shantum. Thank you, Milo. Thank you, Julio. Thanks to everyone, and thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to everyone watching. Okay, really though, we need to get into some questions. We need to get into some questions. OJ makes it easy. I love this community, and I love all of you guys. You guys are all amazing. You guys are all amazing. Oh my! Shout outs to Shantum. Shout outs to Shantum. Where do you think the Switch upgrade models will skew in the future? Storage, in the future, storage or physical? Oh, I think it'll be physical and wait, that's a tough question, and they're coming in hot. Let me see. First of all, Spid Monkey, awesome if you can work for a great corporate company. That's good, man. That's good. I don't suggest you guys doing what I'm doing. Don't get laid off or get fired, then do what I'm doing. Go to a corporate company. Start up a YouTube channel, see where it goes, and then if you want to move over, then move over. But work for companies. They'll keep you guys paid. They'll keep your bills paid and all that. OJ, shimmy's greater than cartridge licks. OJ, we're the best team. Absolutely. The shimmy. I am the shimmy master. I am the switch. Oh, what? Yo. Oh my gosh. Squid, you didn't have to, my guy. You guys don't. Man, you guys are too much, man. Y'all too much. Shout outs to Squid and NX Revolution. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on with the $50 donation from Squid Vicious. Squid Vicious, and he says, BAM! Like, what's his name? The dude, I forgot the sportcaster's name, but he used to always go, BAM! John Madden used to do that, BAM, pow, boom. But thank you, Squid. I do appreciate the $50 donation, dude. That's very nice of you. You're already a sub on everything, so thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Squid, man. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Also, NX Revolution with the $5 donation. This is OJ. Can you play Super Smash Bros. Melee main theme? And when do you think Naruto will come to America? I can't believe you were damage controlling the resolution. LOL. I think that Naruto will come to America probably in May-ish, May or June. And yes, I can play the Super Smash Bros. And I was not. He's joking with the damage controlling resolution. I wasn't. Some guy jumped down my throat on Twitter because I simply said that, like, I think Naruto undocked. I should have said undocked, but undocked, for the most part, will play like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is solid 30 frames per second with multiple people on screen. Because Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm, you pick 3 people, and like it's like a tag system. They kind of come in. You can pick 3-player tag, or you can pick. They kind of sub in. So at any time you can have up to 4 people on screen. So I was thinking, okay, well, they just wanted to set it at that 30 frames per second, you know, whatever. I didn't even really say, oh, the resolution's bad, or like the resolution's acceptable. Sorry, I didn't say the resolution's bad. I said I didn't even say like the resolution's acceptable, that it's okay, it's whatever. You guys should all like it. You guys should stop complaining. I didn't even say that, you know, I didn't say that on Twitter, and then some guy jumped down my throat and said, you're damage controlling it, blah, 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 when I simply just said, I think it'll be like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which, when there's multiple people on screen, on Dragon Ball Xenoverse Undocked, it's 720p, 30 frames per second. So that's what I said on there, because I thought we were talking about Undocked, but with a little bit lower resolution. Obviously, it's not 720p, and some crazy dude, like, jumped down my throat on Twitter, so that's what NX Revolution was talking about. And then I started quoting him and bringing it up, his quotes. And like the funniest thing about him is like he contradicted himself so many times. He sits there and he said 30 frames is unacceptable. He said even though it's on PS4 and Xbox One the same way, it's unacceptable. And then I asked him, did you play all, like, do you have the Storm games? He said that the graphics weren't like in depth, and I'm like, they weren't like highly detailed. And I'm like, have you played Storm games? The graphics are actually really detailed in terms of like the cutscenes and all that. It's actually really like hardcore detailed. What are you talking about? They have huge set pieces. And then he's like, oh, I have all the games. Okay, so you have all the games, and 30 frames per second is unacceptable, but you have every single game? Stop lying. I caught him in a lie. How are you going to sit here and say that 30 frames per second is unacceptable, but then you buy and play all the games? The Storm series has never been over 30 frames per second. Like, never. It's never been over 30 frames per second. He's saying that it's unacceptable, but he says that he has all of them. You don't have any of them. Whoever you are, you know who you are. You don't have any of them, or you're an idiot if you continue buying something that's unacceptable. Why are you gonna buy stuff that's unacceptable? That doesn't make sense. Continue buying the same game that's unacceptable. That's dumb. Anyway, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Bros Melee main theme. This is a great main theme, and shout outs to NX Revolution for the $5 donation as well. Thank you so much, homie. Do appreciate that. It's gonna have the characters stuff and all that in there. Also, shout outs to Chantel Laval, $2 donation through Super Chat. It says, found you a year ago when I was living for Switch News. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much for the $2 donation. And absolutely, it's good. Let me get to some of these questions. OJ, when do you think Fortnite is coming to the Switch? Absolutely, Phyllis. I know you asked this one earlier. I think Fortnite is coming to the Switch in the fall. I think it'll be a fall launch on the Switch. It's just the game. People need to calm down. Yeah, I know. He was like going, dude. He was going off. I mean, you can see it on my Twitter. Like, if you just go on my page, he was going off on me, man. Like, he was telling me I was damage controlling, telling me that you were okay with that. I never once said it was okay. Personally, for me, I don't care. Like, I don't care about 540p resolution because that's PS Vita. I mean, I'm fine with PS Vita. I don't have a problem with PS Vita. And the Storm games have never been portable, so I'm not a resolution stickler. Like, it's not like that big of a deal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I've never played a Storm game portably, so there's never been any resolution for the game portable. You know, so 540p portable, that's great. I get to play Storm on the go, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be great if it was 720. Maybe they upgrade it in the future, but whatever. You know, like, it's not a big deal. It's just a video game. Don't buy it. Don't buy it if it's horrible, you know. And don't sit here and tell me it's unacceptable when you're apparently continuously buying the games. Let's see, Riku Tech. OJ, since I donated, would you mind playing a song I made, a remix of Fortnite's theme song? It's the newest video on my channel. You gotta give me a link. Give me a link and I'll do it. And how long is it, Riku? Let me know. Give me a link and I can play the song. Shout outs to Reload Camp with the $10 donation. Says, can I join in too? Have lots of fun on the Saturday arena. Glad I can finally join the fun without losing sleep. Absolutely, Reload Camp. I think changing the time to noon, around noonish on Saturdays was really good. We can play more games. I don't have to worry about making videos like constant videos for you guys in News Essence later that night. So Tuesdays I was extremely stressed on Tuesdays. And I think we used to do it Thursdays too. So I was extremely stressed. So if we could just do it on the weekend for like 3 hours. I think last time we did it for 3 hours, so that's actually more than what I would do for having 2 days. And I'm looking to expand into 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday. But for right now, we're gonna do just Saturday, and we're gonna do like one big chunk, you know, for a long period of time. So yeah, a lot of fun, lots of fun. Yeah, Fortnite is a rumor, guys. Fortnite is a rumor. Fortnite is not confirmed for the Switch. It's a rumor. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good, Lee. I know you weren't trying to mean offense to it. I know you weren't trying to mean offense to it. It's just one of those things to where you guys all know the type of community that we have here. You guys all know the type of character that I am for the most part. You know the type of character that I bring to the table. You guys all know that the people who help and support with big donations and all that, they just love the channel. They just love that I create content all the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, well, they get this, and this. And all this over this person or anything like that. You guys are all part of the village. I love each and every single one of you guys coming and watching my streams. So obviously, like, it's cool when people donate. That's great because it helps the channel. But at the same time, and I appreciate it. But you guys are all cool, man. You guys are all cool. You guys know how we do it here on PlayerEssence. It's a village for a reason. It's a village for a reason. So absolutely. Yeah, so everyone understands. See, look, we're all understanding. Julio understands what you're talking about here. Julio understands what you're talking about. But we're just all having a good time. And I really do appreciate the donations. Once again, Julio, I want to make sure that I make that very clear. I do appreciate the donations. And I think that it's cool that, you know, if you do that on stream, that's the reason why I have the Toby Blaster and all that. Because, I mean, that's cool. I mean, you can get your name on stream and everything like that, you know, because you are helping out. You literally are helping out the channel survive. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool, to be honest. So Hussein, I'll Hani says, OJ, what do you think about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 maps? I feel like it's distracting me. They could enhance it a little more. I don't know what you're talking about, like the maps distracting. What do you mean by distracting you? How are the maps distracting you? Can you explain a little bit more? Weekends are a great time for me on live stream. Absolutely, because weekends, you know, I have school for the most part. Do you think we'll get Kingdom Hearts 3 at some point? I'm not so sure on Kingdom Hearts 3. But also, once again, shout outs to Relocan for the $10 donation. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Paladins is a rumor as well. Yeah, Gabby, Paladins is also a rumor as well. Paladins seems more likely than some of the other ones, because there was a patch file with the Nintendo Switch in there, and they've been coy on what's going on. So I think Paladins is happening. So yeah. Muhammad, OJ, plus OJ gives me my daily dose of news. Absolutely, I give you your daily doses of news, because I drop 3 separate news videos each day. 2 news essences, and then also PE news at 11 a.m. PT, Monday through Friday. So yeah, I get you guys daily doses of news 3 times a day, just like meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on PlayerEssence. OJ for president. Man, I am not. I cannot deal with the amount of BS that you have to go through to be a president in the United States. I'll take my title of Hokage very, very happily. Okay, Hokage is good for me, but president, yikes, too much going on with being a president. Anton Alvoy, shout outs to Elite Ninja Anton. What's up, dude? What would you like to see What would you like to see in Fire Emblem more? Larger battles like Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War? Would you like to see battles of similar scale of Awakening and Fates? I think like a mixture would be good. I think a mixture of those two would be good. Fire Emblem is one of those franchises to where I just kind of like let them do what they need to do. Whatever they bring up, I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. This is their first time working with HD, so it's going to be exciting. I'm going to be fanboying out. By the way, Fire Emblem's a 10 out of 10. No, it's a 12 out of 10. It's already a 12 out of 10. I don't care what anybody says. It's a 12 out of 10. So that's my score for Fire Emblem. First review ever for Fire Emblem, 12 out of 10. So as many of you guys know, Fire Emblem's my favorite franchise. So yeah, can't wait for that. So yeah, William Jones says, I like you, OJ, because you tell how it is, have a realistic and business-like perspective about games and aren't afraid to call people out. Well, yeah, I try to do the best I can. The business-like perspective is to give you guys just a thought on their side, but then I'll also try to give you guys my own side too. So I try to give you guys the business perspective in my news essences videos and all that, but I also try to give you guys my own. Which news essence, I tried to give you guys my own perspective too, more of my own perspective in terms of how I think things are, and also these live streams, I'll give you guys my own gamer side perspective. For example, like today on Twitter, I was like, yeah, you know what, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet is looking like Sword Art Online Fatal Flop, but I think the game's really good. I think it's really good. I like it. It's fun. So I give you guys a business side, and I give you guys my own gamer side. Like, who cares if it flopped? It's still a good game. It's still fun. I'm still liking it. And I'm still gonna upload content to the channel, you know. So yeah, man. Most people would have probably dropped. I mean, most people didn't even review it. I looked online. Dude, Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet has like 12 reviews. 12 reviews for Sword Art Online, a popular anime. Like 12 reviews? No way. So yeah. OJ, will you do a Smash Bros. PE Arena? I might probably do like a round robin Smash Brothers. We'll probably do like Rocket League and Smash. We can probably do that. So yeah. Oh yes, I second this. What do you think is the best rumor? You mean the best rumor as in like what's the most solid in terms of what's gonna happen? I don't know, like maybe Fortnite. I mean, maybe that's it. Do you think Smash Bros is the game that they're going to drop with the online? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Fire Blast. OJ, what happened to the Seasons of Heaven? That Switch exclusively that was announced before the Switch came out. Go on Super Metal Dave's channel. Super Metal Dave did an interview with the developer. You can find out all about Seasons of Heaven, what happened with the game, what's going on, and everything like that. Super Metal Dave had a good interview, so go check it out. Also, Spawn Wave, if you watched the News Wave this morning, Spawn Wave also covered it. I didn't cover it yet. I'll probably get around to it at some point, but maybe at News Essence tonight. But there was just like so much stuff on there. You can also go on Nintengen, which I think is Super Metal Dave's website as well. He covered it more in written form there if you can't watch a video. So yeah. SGT Crack, curious, OJ, how did Fire Emblem Banner, how did Fire Emblem become your favorite franchise? Yeah, absolutely, I can let you know. Also, you guys can check out one of the videos that I made. Fire Emblem is my favorite franchise because it saved my channel, and it saved, I wouldn't say it saved my life, but it saved the direction that my life was going in was downhill. And Fire Emblem, I get emotional even talking about it. Fire Emblem basically came out and it gave me the strength to continue on, to make sure that I take care of my child. and to make sure that I take care of what I have and to continue on with this channel. At the time that Fire Emblem came out, I was in a pretty bad spot, guys. I was in, wasn't looking good. Wasn't looking good for the channel, wasn't looking good for my website. At the time that I had a website, I had trolls destroying me. I didn't know how to respond. I get over emotional about things. I was a kid. I was still a kid. I think I was 25. How old was I back then? 2013. How old am I now? 2018. It's 26, 27, something like that. I was in my mid-20s, whatever. And things just weren't going good. Yes, 2018. Yeah, I was in my mid-20s.
I'm really feeling it.
I was in my mid-20s, and things weren't going well for me. Shout outs to the person. I can't see what that is, but shout outs. I don't know what that is. I think it was a Patreon pledge. Thank you so much for the Patreon pledge. Do appreciate that. Welcome to the village. Make sure you put your I think that was a Patreon pledge. Just put your friend code and all that stuff in the Patreon. Send me a message and I'll be more than happy to add you. I think it was. So Fire Emblem became my favorite franchise because it literally saved everything. This channel wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Fire Emblem Awakening. I was this close from quitting. I actually shut down my YouTube for a little bit, for like a day. People were asking me what happened to my YouTube. I was just ignoring them. I shut it down. I was ready to quit. I was ready to just take a job working at a bakery, being like a manager in training at no, not a bakery, like a food store, super food store, like a super food store. I was getting ready to be a manager in training. I was gonna work the night shift from like 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. to like 6 a.m. I was just gonna be like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna work my way up. I'm just gonna not do video games anymore. I'm just gonna play video games on my own time. But Fire Emblem, which is kind of funny, it kind of restored my confidence in what you need to believe in and what you need to fight for. So that's the reason why I didn't quit. So Fire Emblem, that's the reason why Fire Emblem is my favorite franchise. Fast food. Okay, OJ, a Wendy Koopa game. I don't know about a Wendy Koopa game. Never played Payday. Hope it's fun. Yeah, from what I heard, it's fun. Make sure you watch RGT's review. I got about 2 to 3 more minutes for questions, so I'm gonna go through these as fast as I can. Lago Santos is sort of online fail flop. Jake joking, I think, about who cares if the game is good. I mean, it's a good game, but yeah, it definitely flopped. It wasn't anywhere near on the Amazon charts either. Oh yeah, I'm doing some huge exams after I have a choice of LA Noire and Payday 2, which is better. Thanks for being awesome. It just depends on what you like. They're both really good, but if you want a multiplayer experience, then go with Payday 2. If you want a single player experience that's kind of unique and different, go with LA Noire. It's hard to say which one's better because they're just two completely different games. So it just depends on what you like more. OJ, I meant the map's not clear, but maybe it's just complicated for me. I guess the maps are kind of difficult. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what you're still trying to say. Maybe you can message me on Twitter and kind of explain a little bit more. Relocan says, now it's sad that I didn't get around to Smash Wii U waiting on that Switch version. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks. Red Bills, OJ is probably the most humble YouTubers. He's the only one I know who doesn't e-beg and treats every donation as it means something. Absolutely, every donation means something. Even if it's $1, it means something. Everybody, even if you watch, it means something. Everything means something. Obviously, big donations are great, and I'm really appreciative of people who can. That can do Toby Blasters. That's great, and it really helps the channel. Trust me, guys. A lot of the Toby Blasters help buy the really quality bookshelf, so you guys can get better inside here. I bought some extra lights, so that stuff really does help. Okay, I need to see what's going on here. I'm really feeling it. Also, XTC pledged $1 via Patreon as well. I'm really feeling it. Thank you so much for the Patreon pledge. I do appreciate that. It's not showing up in my it's showing up on screen, but it's not showing up in my like my log of like events that happen. So shout outs to that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And definitely, yeah, your boy's not gonna e-beg for anything. If you guys want to, you want to. If you don't, that's fine. Just show up to just watch my videos. If you, I do view beg at times. I say watch my videos with no ad block, please. I do that. So I'm very much guilty of that, which is kind of, I guess, a different type of e-begging. It's like not direct e-begging, but it's kind of like directed, like, I don't know, like side e-begging. I don't know what to say it is, but I mean, I do beg, watch my videos, please. But I think lots of people say watch my videos with no ad block. So I do that. That is one thing that I do, and I'm guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. But shout outs to XTC. Thank you so much for the Patreon pledge. Let's see here. If you okay, never mind. I needs that money. It's not needs. I'm doing pretty good, guys. I'm doing pretty good. I just say that it helps. It helps out with the channel a lot when you guys do. But like I said, I'm not gonna beg for it or anything like that. Sure, Jay. Awesome. I have to go now. All right, take it easy. Husani. Appreciate the support, my guy. if it's not 1600K and 1440, 240 frames per second, I'm not playing it. People get wrapped up with the specs. Yeah, absolutely. People get wrapped up. And this live stream kind of got derailed a little bit, but that was the Genesis, the Legend. When we talked about my whole first experience with Legend of Zelda, guys, I think it was a pretty good live stream. We went for about more than an hour and a half. We had at least 170 people watching at all times. So I want to thank everyone who came out to the live stream. Remember, guys, please retweet the channel, tell people about it. This whole week, we have an anniversary week for Nintendo. Okay, hold up. Also, Patrick, thank you for the, I can see it right here on my event log. Patrick pledged $1 also via Patreon. So thank you so much, Patrick, for the pledge, and also XTC as well. Thank you guys so much for the Patreon pledges. I do appreciate that. I'll get working on my Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet review. You guys will see more gameplay on the channel, and we'll have a Twitch live stream tomorrow as well. So look forward to a Twitch live stream. Also, if there's a mod, can you guys please link my Twitch, because I will be having a Twitch live stream for Sword Art Online if you guys want to see more of the game. This game could come to Nintendo Switch. I think the Switch can handle it. It's Unreal Engine 4, so look forward to that tomorrow. But yeah, that basically wraps it up for this one here, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for everything that you guys do. Obviously, all the support, the donations, everything. You guys all know who you were. Obviously, if you watch the stream again, you'll see it. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All the mods, all the people watching, you guys are amazing. You guys shared your stories about the Nintendo Switch. Let me see if there's any other questions I can see. Okay, I don't think there's any other questions. Okay, OJ, when are you going to be doing a video showing off your collection? At some point, I'll do a video. I don't know when, but at some point, there's just so much other stuff to do right now. So yeah. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate all the support. I've got to go pick up my daughter right now from school. But remember, guys, share this across Twitter, across people that you know. Anniversary week, Monday through Friday. We're gonna be talking about part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 about the Nintendo Switch. We talked about the Genesis, the beginning, and the Legend. Now we're gonna move into the momentum builder. That's what, and then we're gonna talk about Mario Kart. We're gonna talk about the week launch lineup. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into, or what people thought was the week launch lineup, at least what people were saying. We're gonna get into Mario Kart. We're gonna get into what Nintendo did after that, the marketing. We're gonna talk about that, the commercials that we started seeing, the Super Bowl commercial. Like we're gonna get into a lot of different stuff that kind of affected after the Switch kind of came out, and like the word of mouth and just things that went down probably like from like April-ish to like June. So the second part. So look forward to that tomorrow, right around the same time, noon. It's going to be a lot of fun on the channel. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I love how positive OJ is when almost everyone is negative. Well, look, guys, we're all alive. I'm very grateful for what we have here. So it's hard to be negative when this is what I do for, a living. I get to do my dream. And I have a great community. So it's hard for me to be negative. Even when I try, it's hard for me to be negative because I'm blessed to even be in the position that I'm in, to even have a roof over my head. There's a lot of people that are homeless and cold out every night. So I just thank everybody and thank for what I got, So when I look at it, I look at life that way. I don't look at it, as other ways. I mean, you'll see me complain every now and then, but for the most part, I'm going to be positive because we're lucky. The chances of even being born are, you guys know the chances of even being born? I know maybe I'm going off into a tangent here, but the chances of even being born are extremely slim. There are entities that are just never born, or you could have been like a dog or a rock or a light or something weird, you know what I'm saying? So like the chances of even being a human and being able to experience the type of things that we can experience in terms of our life beings is incredible. So make the most of what you've got and be appreciative for what you've got, because like I said, the chances of you even being born is ridiculously unlikely. It's just not going to happen for the most part, even though there's so many people on Earth. Think about how many other things there are. There's way more other things on Earth than people. So just think about it like that, and you'll have a more positive outlook on life after that. At least I know I did. At least I know I have. So yeah, man. Thank you so much, everyone. Julio, everyone here, Patrick, all of you guys, Relocan, Squid, all of the ninja out there, SGT Crack, Williams, Alonzo, Ray, all of you guys, Willem, we'll be back again. Trust me, all of you guys, thank you guys so much. TG, Ralph, everyone, you guys are amazing, and we will see you guys for the next live stream. We'll be back again, remember, 12 p.m. right around that time, right here on PlayerEssence. And also, I do have a last video that I just did where I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles 2's rare blade system. Make sure you guys check out that video. If I can have a mod link it in the chat, that would be fantastic. And I will have news essence tonight as well. And this live stream will be up like around in about a few hours, this live stream will be up if you want to watch any of it. So thank you guys so much. I've got to go. Take it easy.